guys, so I just want to touch base with you again. It's been a while. I've really slacked on these YouTube videos. I've just been actually, ironically enough, with this self-isolation stuff at home, I've actually been busier, I feel like, than I am when I'm, back when things were normal and the world didn't go crazy and nuts with this plague that we've got going on, this virus. But, it's a really crazy, crazy, crazy time, but I am really, really trying to be as positive as I can. And, you know, I really, in all honesty, and some of you already know, those who know me close already know some of this, but for those of you who don't know me, I really struggled with this all started where I had to stay home because, I'm not going where I'm located. Our governor's order is that we can go outside for exercise and stuff, and for essentials, but otherwise we just have to, we're encouraged to stay at home. So I'm definitely trying to do that since I am a very high risk. And I wanted to use this time as an excuse to really just binge. Okay. And, I used to, binge, and sometimes I even purged, and I don't normally admit that to people, but unless I'm just really comfortable talking to them. But I've decided to go ahead and just kind of put that out there. That I used to binge and purge. A lot of times I would shoot my food and spit it in a cup, and I would try to hide the cup. And as an adult, it's kind of come back because it's like I get tempted, and because I don't want to gain that weight back, but then I want to enjoy the food. And I've had to be really, really strong and try to use coping skills that I've learned over the years to deal with that temptation. And so that's what I've tried to do. I've been wanting to snack a lot because, we see a lot of memes where they're joking about eating all your quarantine, snacks and stuff. Well, there's definitely some truth to that because there's the food sitting in the pantry, and I'm a teacher, so I am working. Don't get me wrong, I'm working a lot. Those who think that teachers don't work, we are working. It's not a vacation. In fact, I feel like I work more now than even in the classroom, just in a different way. I feel like I'm glued to my phone and to the laptop now because I'm trying to manage stuff and answer questions and video and just things like that. So, I just, the point I'm trying to say is I want to go to the pantry and I just want to eat. And the solution for me was to binge and purge. And I'm not going to do that because I've got to learn how to get past that temptation. And so I'm eating the right way. Okay, so I wasn't eating the right way, but now in the last 3 days, I'm eating right. Okay, guys. So I had gained a little bit of weight because I was doing those things, but I've really just kind of kicked myself in the butt and said no, just because if, God forbid, I was to catch this virus or something, I want to be in the best place I can be. And for me, that means having my blood sugars under control and certainly not putting on pounds. Plus, when things are a little better and I'm able to maybe go out in public more again, hopefully this stuff gets under control when we get to that point. I don't want to have lost everything I've achieved. I don't want to go completely backwards. I've done that before, and it is not fun. And it's so hard to get that stuff back, to get that weight back off. And so I'm using my own coping skills. When I know I want to eat, I distract myself in a different way. I start cleaning my house. I find something I can do for work. It may even, just be talking to somebody or something, but I always try to find something to do. And, the other night I was watching, I don't know how many of you know what Designing Women is, but it's an old show. I like some of the old shows that are even I even like the stuff that's like way, way out of date. Because I don't know, I just feel like they don't make shows like they used to. And so I was watching Designing Women from like the 80s and early 90s, but I love it. It's good, clean, fun humor. And but automatically I wanted to eat something. And so at 12 o'clock midnight, because I'm a night owl, wanted to go back into that kitchen, and I did. I went back in there, and the old me would have grabbed potato chips, would have grabbed a candy bar, which I did about not that long ago. But again, I'm only 3 days in here, of eating good. So you have to give me some little credit for that. But I grabbed some carrots and I just ate a handful of carrots. And those carrots, were they as good as a candy bar? No. But they did the trick. I mean, I just convinced myself, and I went back to my room and I convinced myself that I could not leave the room again. There was no need for me to do it. It was after midnight. I'd had my handful of carrots. I have a bathroom in my, connected to my bedroom. There's no reason to leave the room. And I got in bed, and that was that. And that sounds like such a small, like little trivia, achievement, but for me it was a big deal. Because I would have gone and eaten a whole bag of cookies or whatever. I had to confess to my trainer not long ago that I had eaten 2 candy bars back to back. That was really bad. And, this might sound, maybe this sounds crazy, I don't know, but part of what helps motivate me too is if I allow myself to get mad. I'm not a person that gets mad very often. And it just doesn't, I don't know, I tend to have a lot of patience for people, so it takes a while, and I'm very forgiving, probably to a fault. But I have to convince myself, make it a challenge. Like, you know what, people probably think you're going to gain all the weight back. People don't believe you can do it. They're waiting for you to fail again. And then that just inside, I'm like, no, I'm not going to, allow myself to do that. I'm not going to prove them right. I just can't. And of course, you got to do it for yourself, but sometimes that, as silly as that might sound, that kind of helps. And so I just convinced myself the last few days that I just got to prove something, not just to myself, but to all my doubters out there that thinks, I'm not going to be able to do it. And I don't know if that's healthy or not, but it's working. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And it's also, we tend to, especially, I don't know, especially here in the Western world, we tend to have the sin of gluttony, I guess, where we really are pretty spoiled, and we have a lot of luxuries, and I'm not saying everyone has all the same luxuries, but I'm just saying far as there's a lot of people that have access to food, and with the craziness of everything that's been going on, and not having the access to, or feeling like you don't have access to the foods that you need. I went to the grocery store not long ago, and I mean, I haven't gone in probably a couple weeks because my husband goes now, because only one person in the household goes, and he's the healthiest, so he goes. But when I was able to go not long ago, there was nothing on the shelf. Like, I was like, oh my God, there's no food. All the food's gone. Not just the toilet paper, but all the food. And I just thought, well, shoot, And that almost sent me into like this panic to where I just wanted to eat everything. Like, because I was like, oh gosh, when's the next time I'm going to be able to eat this? And, what if the next time I go to the store, it's not there? And so it almost made me want to go into this like crazy binge. And I was like, whoa, hold up, Nita. Wait a minute. Like, there's no reason to panic. There's no reason to use that as an excuse to binge. Because, the stores have been telling us they're not in a shortage. And that's just not a reason to be unhealthy. So whatever's available, I'm going to get it. Whatever I can get within reason. And I'm going to portion control. Because even if it's not the healthiest, I mean, if white bread's the only thing on the shelf because the wheat bread got picked over like it did that one day that I was there, I'm going to have a piece of white bread, but I don't have to have a whole bunch of it. I can have one slice and count the calories for it. You just make the best of your circumstance. And there are people out there that don't have any food, or they don't have the luxury of sending someone to the store for them. So I just, I'm trying to tell myself, I just need to be grateful for what I have and quit, and just don't fall into the trap of gluttony, because it's not, it's not healthy. And, I just, it's a thing of, we got to learn to eat to live, not live to eat. And that's a very cliche saying that has been around for a while, but it's definitely one that I think a lot of us have to remember. And I know I have to remember it, because I'm always wanting to live to eat, because I've been guilty of seeing food as entertainment and as a source of pleasure, when really it should be a source to live, like a reason to live. Like, not a reason to live. Oh my gosh. It's it's what I need to live. So I don't need a big portion, because this portion, or whatever the portion is for that, whatever meal I'm eating, that's enough. That's enough to suffice. Well, I can't talk tonight, folks. Suffice. And I just, I've got to learn to just get that self control, and that is so hard. So anyway, I won't go on forever, but that's just where I've been lately, and that's the mental tricks I'm trying to work with myself. And I try to think of the people in my life that have been successful and use them as inspiration. So I I have I have a good handful of friends that have lost a lot of weight and are doing great. So I try to remember, they can do it. I can do it. I want to be one of those people that can feel successful. Done it in the past. I want to do it now. And same thing. And I've got some family members that have been able to lose weight, and get healthier and get off their diabetes medications and things like that. So I'd like to be like that too. And, plus you just never know who's really needing some inspiration and needing and watching you. And I would rather be a source of inspiration because I was successful, and than to just be that person who kept trying and failing, trying and failing. And, my trainer made a good point too. She said, you don't really fail though until you quit. So as long as you get up, you stand up, you dust yourself off, and you try again, you're not really a failure because you're still working at it. And if it may take you days, weeks, months, years. It may take your lifetime, but if you just got to keep working at it and working at it and working at it, and don't let it stop or slow you down. And that's what I'm having to tell myself, that what, okay, so I've lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight, but that doesn't give me the right or excuse to just give up. And so I'm just going to take it a day at a time, an hour at a time if I have to. I'm going to do this because you know what, guys, I am determined to finish what I've started. I am determined. You be determined, okay? We're going to get through this. Okay, so, God bless all of you. I hope you're staying healthy. I hope your family's staying healthy. It's some scary times right now, but, all we can do is be positive as possible. And I know that's really hard in a time like this. When you've got people dying, you've got people in respirators, and it just feels like the world's kind of spiraling out of control. But it is what it is. It's the situation we're in. And we're just going to do the best we can to survive and get through this. Okay, guys? And I know during times like this, it's really hard to be thinking about weight loss and to be thinking about, fitness and stuff. Because, it's easy to say, well, that's the least of our worries. In the big scheme of things, yes, there are some very serious things going on right now. But for you personally, while you have this time at home, use this time to self-evaluate. Use this time to to set some goals for yourself and get yourself back on track if you've been off track. And if you've not been off track, kudos to you. Share your secret. But, just keep it up and find ways to inspire others. So, again, we got this, okay? All right, bye.